We were still talking with my husband the other day that, things are different. I think we were raised by people who grew up in a world, well, rather in a society, our parents, where it was very primary, high school thingy, then they get a job, they get a house and whatnot.
Married.
And we thought that maybe that would go that way. But we forgot to take account to the world that we now live in. Things are different. And I think this whole thing made me realize something about age. Is that, yes, you do grow older, but we have, as a society, set certain things that at this time in your life you need to get married, and this time in your life you need to have a job at least, and
there's a standard.
There's a standard, and that is a standard that messes up most of us mentally. That nothing is linear. Everything will happen at its own time, especially with us.
And it takes a lot for you to get to that point.
It does.
Even when you've acknowledged that, sometimes we become so hard on ourselves, and you have to remind yourself, oh, girl, take it easy. It's gonna happen,
Sometimes for some people it happens at 30, 32, 35. Some people get their first job at the age of 34. You never know. So I think that is what we suffer from, that we need to look at ourselves on a different canvas compared to what our parents, because that was a different economy, that those things are just different then. Things, I think, were much more simpler, more acquirable. Now we live in a different world where even sometimes your qualifications mean nothing.
It's all about connections.
You get what I'm saying? And maybe it might even get to a point where really going to varsity, will it be a need?
Facts.
Yeah, so I think that's what a lot of people need to come to realization with, but also not ignoring the fact that we are in a country where employment rate is low.
Yes, skyrocketing.
And rather, unemployment rate is skyrocketing. There are people who are sitting with qualifications and they can't,
being a doctor, engineer, but they don't
get, they can't get jobs. But I feel like we need to also find new ways and trying to see new ways. And it's going to be hard for especially our generation, because now it's affecting us. But we were also not taught that it's better for the younger ones that are coming, because then they will be brought up with that. But for us, it's harder because this is what you've always known.
I feel like our generation from 1990 to maybe 97 or 8, we are the experiment of we're the bridge between Bale Bakale and the new, and we get all the tests.
Definitely.
And that's crazy. But if we're gonna take it back to collaboration in our industry, how important is that? Coming from a perspective of, you are an actor, but you're also now a producer as well. How important is that?
Yes, that's very important. Collaboration. I'm one to tend to keep to myself, and this work throws you into collaborating, and I feel like having had, I'd say, from where we started, and sometimes when you are in the midst of things, you just sometimes don't understand, why am I here? You're seeing other people do it. You're seeing other younger people shooting films, like a film you were in, shooting films, and you finished years before them, and you're like, why? What's But understanding people's journeys and understanding that they will not be the same as yours. If your friend got a job, say just straight after varsity, and it takes you 2 years, do not feel any way. There's something that you needed to learn throughout that time. So with us, I always say to God, with God's sake, you just literally made us go through each and every step that you could think of you need to suffer first and challenges first before you get to the top.
Yeah.
And we are still working. We're not at the top. We are working our way to the top. But with every year you see, well, okay, there's a glimpse of light. Oh, okay, you can, okay, you can. But with collaboration, there's a positive and a negative. But then with us, yes, as I was saying, like God just, I felt like he just made us feel it. Every stage. You will feel it before you get to the top.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful. Now I'm grateful. When I was there, I was not grateful.
And I think sometimes it's just that I always say, like you said, like going through that cycle of nothingness, God was teaching me humility. Otherwise, definitely. I was not going to understand humility and being compassionate with other people because I've always had it easy my whole life.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You need that. And I think with us going through those stages, we collaborated with so many people. But in that pool of collaboration, some fall out. Some you carry all the way to the top. Some are just for that brief moment and they just serve the purpose of that moment. And you move on.
Yeah.
So with collaboration, you need to first understand what you want. Personally, if you're an actor, because as an actor, you're a business yourself. And wherever, or if you're running a business in itself, know what you want, what you want, and if the people you are collaborating with will serve that purpose, and if also you have something to add to them, because these days no one wants. It's rare where you're gonna find someone just giving and without you pouring out something to them, and that's what happened with us with the importance of collaborating. As an actor, I really did not collaborate with anyone, to be honest. I did not make friends that much in the industry because it's a very fragile space, the industry. It's sometimes you really just don't know who's for you and who's not for you.
At the end of the day, you're all chasing the same thing.
So with my acting, I really did not. But in this space of running a production company, collaboration is important. With certain companies, with certain people, you need to, because someone always opens a channel to something else. Or you are a channel to something else, but maybe may benefit later from whatever that person. So in our space, yes, you need to collaborate. You need to work together. But have the right intentions in collaborating. Don't just collaborate because I see a lot of actors, they go, I just want to try out directing. And some production companies are kind of desperate to have them because they maybe pitched with their name or got funding through their name or saying this person is gonna, our industry is full of, you need to have a star in order for your thingy to
be big.
Yes. So then the person is like, no, I'll join in I'd also like to try out directing. And sometimes people don't come with the right intentions. Do you get what I'm saying? Some actors just don't come with the right intentions or even see the idea beyond what you were seeing. So be smart about that. Collaborating, really understand. I feel like sometimes in the industry we also get taken away by, like, it's like a vibe. We just get taken away by, let's just vibe. And you can't vibe forever.
It gets to a point where you have to make decisions to serve us.
It needs to make sense to you. I would love to have this person and this person, but does it make sense to the project? Does it make sense in paper? Does it make sense financially? No. Why am I even going there?